My name is Jakaya Dixon, and me and my partner, which is not here, chose to do China. We chose to research China. April to May temperature in Beijing rise quickly day to day. They also vary greatly between day and night. You can find red pandas in China, and a red panda is a class 2 species in China. You can also find pheasants, and you can find the giant panda. They eat noodles, stir-fried rice with meat, chicken, soy sauce, shredded eggs. They also eat sweet and sour chicken. They listen to Naxi, and they also listen to high-pitched songs, and they listen to Tibetan music. They play football, basketball, tennis, badminton, and ping pong. The people of higher status wear clothes made of silk. Lower-ranking people could be punished for wearing silk clothes. The most interesting thing about researching China is how they make their food. You should try one day.
Now she's going to explain to you what dish she brought that represents her country and her clothing.
The dish I brought was sweet and sour chicken with fried rice. You have to use
What do you put on it? What type of sauce do they put on it?
sweet and sour sauce,
All right.
and they use chopsticks to eat the rice. They use soy sauce for the stir-fried rice, and they use duck sauce for the rice. This is what the women wear in China.
Does anybody know what that's called?
A dress.
What type of dress?
A dress.
Looks like a gown. It's called a kimono. Can you guys say kimono?
Kimono.
Can you guys please give Jakaya a hand?
My name is Tanisha Johnson, and my partner is Yamir Campbell. The weather is cool, rainy.
What country did you choose to study? Tell the audience.
The country we chose is Italy. The weather is cool, rainy winters, and hot, dry summers. They spend most of their time on the beach. The animals they have are badgers, mongoose, brown bears, wildcats, pine martens, monk seals, and fox killer. The food they eat is pizza, margherita, gelato, Roman meals, pizza, pasta, carbonate, tiramisu, and ravioli. They listen to opera music, and blues music. The clothing they wear is pants that are green, red, or pink, and men do too. Blue jeans, dresses, and suits. The sports they play are soccer, football, skiing, and golf. They celebrate Christmas, New Year's, Easter, Regatta, Labor Day, Liberation Day, Invitation Day, Liberation Day, Festival of the Republic, Immaculate Conception, and Carnival. In Italy, they say hello like this. Ciao. They say goodbye like arrivederci. They say mom like mama. They say dad like papa. They say girl like ragazza. They also say boy like ragazzo. And best of all, they say love like amor.
The clothing and why she has on what she's wearing and the dish that she brought.
I'm wearing this because they said most of the girls wear pink dresses or red or green dresses, and I chose pink. And my dish I brought was strip Alfredo.
Ooh. Good. Can you guys give them a hand, please?
Just a handy. The climate in France is generally cold, cool winters and mild summers, but winters and hot summers along the Mediterranean. Occasionally strong, cold, dry, north to northwesterly wind known as Mistral. The French listen to the same music as the Americans do. Here is a list of some of the music French listen to: pop, techno, dance, and hip-hop. French pop still remains the most popular musical form in the nation, involved in music halls of the early 1900s. Here are some of the animals that live in France: otters, beavers, and rabbits. The sports French people play are football, basketball, and cycling. Women and girls wear dresses and outfits. Men and boys wear suits and tuxedos. Some of the foods that the French eat is ratatouille, chocolate souffle, and tartare. The most interesting thing that I learned is that the French listen to the same music as the Americans.
And Josephine would now like to share a few phrases that she learned in French. So how do you say hello?
Bonjour,
How do you say goodbye?
au revoir,
And how do you say thank you?
merci,
Merci. And on her shirt, she has a French phrase that is je t'aime. And what does that mean?
I love you.
All right, and what about your dish?
My dish that I brought is French bread.
Please give us some money.
Konnichiwa. My name is Zarian, and this is my partner's name is Fabian. And I will tell you a lot about my favorite country named Japan.
Japan's climate is dry. Their biggest animals is a bear. They have wild boars and red squirrels. They also have flying squirrels.
This is what people eat in Japan. Sushi, tempuru, and sakiyaki.
They also listen to Southern All-Star, Dreams Come True. They like sports. They like sumo wrestling, baseball, soccer, and golf.
The country's capital is in Japan. The main language in Japan is the language Japanese. Okay. The main language in Japan is the Japanese language, of course. Here's some words I can think of right now.
Konnichiwa, that means hello, if you were wondering. So, those are a lot of things I know about my favorite country named Japan. Sayonara.
And they, instead of the dish, they have some pictures to show you. Want to tell them what you have, what
Okay.
pictures you have?
Look up.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is sushi rolls.
Can you guys give them a hand? What is it?
Tempura.
Tempura.
Hi, my name is Alex Smith, and the country that I chose today, the country that I chose to do was Germany. In Germany, people speak different. When you say hello, you have to say hallo. When you say goodbye, you have to say auf Wiedersehen. Animal life in Germany is great. They have vipers and alpine ibexes. There are a lot of different animals in Germany. There are many kinds of sports in Germany. Some of the sports are football, ice hockey, and soccer. In Germany, people listen to music. Some of the music they listen to is jazz and pop. The most interesting thing I learned was how to say goodbye. The dish that I have, The dish that I have is sauerkraut and
Okay, and we're gonna play without saying, oh, I'm sorry, let me back up a little bit for parents who aren't familiar with the drum ballet. We have, the drum ballet is from, these are djembe drums from Ghana, West Africa. And we've had a drumming program on our campus for 11 years. And the drum ballet is based on 5 tones. And it's boom, doom, ha, ta, and flam. And we use these sort of nonsensical words because, like, if I've got a child who's a lefty, it doesn't matter. For example, the very first tone, boom, I'm right-handed, and I can play that with my right hand, but it also works for a left-handed child because it's just called boom. It's not called right, left, right, left, right. So anyway, the children came up with these rhythm patterns, and then this is what we're going to start with, and then we'll do the first 3 levels of the drum ballet. Okay, all right. Are y'all ready? Okay, we're going to start with this first. Mine is first. Wait a minute, Kennedy was going to be our leader to start this. Who would like to start the drum ballet? Do you want to do it, Kayla? Okay, I appreciate you substituting. Yeah, we're having to do a little bit of substituting today, so I really appreciate the flexibility of the children just jumping in and taking over. So that's really good. That's what it's about. I tell the kids that's a sign of a good teacher, that if I keeled over and passed out, they can just keep on going without me. Truly, that's a sign of a good teacher. It really is. They keep rocking and rolling. Okay, so you ready, Michaela? Austin had gone to Guatemala last week, and so he played catch up, and they got all this learned. You know what I'm talking about? When classes are smaller and we're just really concentrating on what we're doing, we just got so much accomplished this week. And so it's just really made a difference. Summer school's been so fun. And I love what y'all created. Thanks, guys. Okay. Okay, sorry, I had to keep my cheat sheet. Okay. Who's starting part one of H. Casa? Who does part two? Who does part two? Okay, part three? Fourth grader? Michael, you're part four.
Oh, okay.
Remember which is, okay, fifth grade, who was part two?
Bethany,
Oh, that's right, okay, I'll do part two. All right, now, part three, and then Michael, remember, part four is a repeat of level two. Part two, okay? So you get sort of cheat off me. Okay, all right, are we ready? Last time. And that's it. Thank you. Good job, boys and girls.
14 days, we've been creating art based upon countries, based upon connections. I have 5 children that will help present what we have on the gallery tour. So we're going to be leaving the premises, going out, taking a look, and the children will explain to you how we actually made the pieces. And it has been a pleasure to be here with you for 14 days. I need newness every now and then. It makes me very honest. So, shall we go take a walk? Should we go take a walk? Let's go take a walk. Uh-oh, do I have to help? Okay. Which, Kune Indians.
These are Kune Indians.
Grand opening of the widened Panama Canal.
Grand opening of the widening of Panama Canal.
This is based upon the Kune Indians off the coast of Panama, and these guys actually spent time looking at the globe and seeing that little isthmus that connects North and South America. I love them looking and locating places in our world. Plus, it just happened to coincide with the canal, so they got some of the history part of that too. Would you like to explain how you did your part?
What we did first is we found an animal and we traced it out and we kept adding papers to make it bigger and bigger. And then we put it on a background paper and add different shapes.
Did you actually trace it or did you draw it?
We
Drew it freehand, so there was no tracing involved except for when they had to make it bigger. And they had to draw their own line, but it's all not copying, is it? This gives Kai a big hand.
It's fish printing. Just in time for Finding Dory, the 3D sequel to Finding Nemo.
What body of water would you live in, and what do you see? How would my school of fishy friends get along?
And that was done by 2nd and 3rd graders. And what did 4th and 5th grade do, which is right up here?
Haiku, Japanese poetry, 5 syllables in the first line, second syllable, 7 syllables in the second line, and 11, 5 in the last line.
And notice his connection with his rhythm on the drums and the rhythm of the haiku poetry, which is an absolute lovely segue between Gayukataku printing, which was traditional, but they used live fish and we did not catch the fish on the river. We used rubber fish, thanks to the Art Center who lent them to us. Give them a big, do you want to explain how you printed your fish?
First, we took some ink and then we rubbed it on.
Did we massage that fish?
No,
We use
No.
we literally
Use
those
them-
things that you paint walls with.
Yeah, the prayers, yeah. Would it be harder to do a real fish?
No,
Be wiggling, flopping. And how would your paper smell? Fishy. Let's, do you have any words of tips for writing a haiku?
Well, haikus first start out with your first 5 syllables. It doesn't have to be like one a whole word. It can be as many words as you like unless they make 5 syllables.
Okay, and did you feel successful? Hot diggity. Let's give these two a hand. Denise and Jakaya. And this was absolutely, this one's for another person. You guys get to read that. You're over here. You can have it if you would like it. Let's give them our respect and our attention, please.
Science and chemistry of
Cartography.
this is
Okay?
don't read this part. I'll read it.
I don't know, I can't hear you over them.
Let me go close this door. What I'm supposed to say?
It's modified tie-dye, which is cartography.
So
Science.
read everything.
Yeah, except for the bottom. Except for you are going to turn around the bottom.
Modified tie-dye, cartography, science and chemistry of
Speak loud.
say it louder. Modified tie-dye.
Okay, thank you. And can you explain to us what you guys did with the process?
We use
Sharpies.
we use
Markers.
we use Sharpies and alcohol to make different types of designs.
What happened when you touched the alcohol to the Sharpie? What did it do?
It spread.
It spread, it diffused. What happened when you had two colors that were friends, and did they work well together?
No, it'll make mud.
No, those are opposites. They make mud if they're opposites, but if they're next door to each other, friends that work well together, they blend. I could not be more tickled with this. Plus, they now have a new bandana, and would you please model your bow for us?
Well, me and Tavion helped me model the bow.
And that was white yesterday before lunch. And Tenise's shirt came in white yesterday, or 2 days ago, and she did the front, and then she goes home and then does the back too. I thought it was fabulous. So let's give them a big round of applause.
these were the necklaces that we made, and we put them on our books, and then they made a stamp.
This was to show that we were Americans and we were traveling. Can you explain the books? If you travel from country to country, if you leave the United States, you've got to have a passport. And so it was our intent to document as we went along. We pretty much wrote them and we didn't stamp anymore, but that's okay.
Printed the necklace on here, and we also got to put stickers on it.
Did we staple it? We didn't staple it. How'd we put it together? made a key and put it in the hole. And some kids that didn't make it that Monday didn't get a chance. So what we did is we took a middle out of one, and I'm tearing it. I usually cut it. And then we took the ends off of the other. I know, I'm tossing things everywhere. That's just what I do. Art people are didactic. So we're going to take this, and it looks like the letter H. This will actually look like the letter O. And we roll the H, and we insert it into the key. This is the key into the keyhole. Pull it through and let it loose. And that's our book. It's the simplest, easiest book in the whole wide world. Plus, it's math, it's symmetry. So we want to thank you guys for supporting your children by letting us borrow